Hey, what the bro Malcolm X say about anti-Semitism again?
Anti-Semitic.
You've many of the things that I've read about you, and you've made a mention a couple of times about the Jews and everything, and I'm wondering if you are personally anti-Semitic.
No. How can I be anti-Semitic when the Arabs are half the Muslim world is Semitic? If I was anti-Semitic, I'd be anti-Arab and anti-everything.
He just body bagged this stuff so easily. Just stomped it out. You know, I see a lot of my bros having a lot of trouble in the celebrity world trying to explain around this anti-Semitic thing, and none of them are taking this particular, you know what I'm saying, pinpoint accurate approach that just leaves a body bag, you know what I'm saying, for the illusion. Yeah, you can go into the you're not the Shemites, we're the Shemites, you know, you can just come out and say that, but that's very kind of offensive to them. They're like, wow. I mean, just imagine if you've been, you know, born and raised in a culture, you didn't create it, you know, you were just raised in it. That's all you know all your life. And then the truth comes out. Bang! Body bag for the illusion. How would you feel? I know it's easy to be heartless, but, you know, to the innocent people in this culture, you know, that have hearts and already kind of had the hunch that what they were doing and what they were being indoctrinated with, because, you know, they can also be victims of indoctrination to an extent, brainwashed to an extent. Same thing as a KKK member, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we can't do the judging. Oh, I got to do that. And I'm not here to crucify nobody without, you know, the evidence and the proof, you know what I'm saying? But if you belong to this culture and you're just in this culture, you know, and then you find out that you're not even Shem, and that Ashkenaz is a seed of Gomer, a seed of Japheth, Yaphet, not Shem, and that Semitic is a made-up word that's not even in the 1828 Noah Webster dictionary. There's no Semitic, there's no anti-Semitic that exists as a word in the dictionary, and that they just made up a word just to use it as a noose around anyone's neck who questions their heritage. And they love to try to noose you, and they try to throw that noose around the bro Malcolm, and look at just how he just Kamehameha through an energy wave of truth. He said, look, man, if you're talking Shem, aren't you talking Abraham? Ain't Ishmael a seed of Abraham? Ain't he a seed of Shem? Yes or no? I mean, body bag for the illusion, right? Is Ishmael a seed of Shem? Yes or no? Is Abraham a seed of Shem? Yes or no? I mean, I'm just going off of biblical heritage, Torah heritage that they got to respect. So that means half the Arab world, or at least the real, how they say it, the proper Arabs, they go get that proper Arab drop. We're talking Joktan, Yucatan. Yeah, man. It's a body bag. Like Natural by Law been saying, we already won. We already won. So how can a Muslim be anti-Arab? How can I be anti-Semitic, fool?
Anti-Semitic.
You've many of the things that I've read about you, and you've made a mention a couple of times about the Jews and everything, and I'm wondering if you are personally anti-Semitic.
No. How can I be anti-Semitic when the Arabs are half the Muslim world is Semitic? If I was anti-Semitic, I'd be anti-Arab and anti-everything else. No, I think that in this country, there's one mistake that the Jews make. They put themselves in a position where whenever anybody gives an objective analysis of the role that they play, they defend themselves by accusing you of being anti-Semitic. And a Negro is not anti-Semitic when he says that the man who's exploiting him in his community is white, because it is a white man who owns all the stores. Now, is it an accident that these whites who own these stores are Jewish? If it's an accident, then the fact that he says the Jew on the corner is exploiting me isn't an anti-Semitic statement. It's just more descriptive of the man who's exploiting him.
Let's go. Managa, you know what we doing this for. This ain't about Kanye. Or excuse me, this ain't about Ye. Ye may think it's about Ye. Because to him, he's a sort of messiah, and in the way he's flowing. And hey, maybe he is a messenger. Maybe Hawaii is using Ye. At least we're able to get back to Malcolm X. At least we're able to get a little clarity into the noose around our neck. And it's a word play, it's an energy play, it's a frequency play. A lot of forked tongue, wickedness, sorcery play. And we break the spell. We break their spell by keeping our code, man. Things get clear. Mama gives us wisdom again. So they can't trick us in the same ways. And even back then, they couldn't put the noose around Brother Malcolm's neck. We know his own people came at him. His own people came at him. That's all I need to know. He was breaking the spell in his way, man. You know what I'm saying? His own people. So, no, we're not anti-Semitic. Moving on, I mean, Kyrie can't just say that, man. Hey, fair use in your caboose bone, man. Fair use in your caboose bone, man. I put that on the shirt, man. Let's get it, man. I'm just doing a finale, just rounding up some thoughts. And I know this is going to be ongoing. At least we got a Dragonfly perspective to view how Hijack City is operating. Section 107, man, we're going to do some criticism and some comments, man. Copyright, man. All right, back up off us, man. Back, Hijack. We're doing some teaching. Yeah. Fair use. I just want to see this 1 minute clip of Lear, or is it Liar? Is it Liar or Lear? Or Layor? Is a liar a liar? He's going to answer some real tough questions about the music industry. And if you might have seen this before, let's watch it again with a Dragonfly perspective. It's the first time I'm watching it with y'all. And let's go.
Women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic.
Oh,
I don't know what's this opioid.
Back up. What?
Really rough, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying the
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed.
Whoa.
I got.
Whoa, Jewish is making a conversation. He just said there's money on the table. I'm gonna choose, their talent and how well I can control their talent, really. And if they are talented at pushing death, drugs, and sex craziness, out of controlness, opioids and lean, you know what? I got a family to feed. I'd rather fatten my pockets and watch them die. That's not a sacrifice. It looked like they trying to sacrifice anybody but themselves if you got children to feed. That's like a drug dealer being asked why he's pushing cocaine to his people, heroin to his people, pushing any of this fentanyl to his people. Why would you push this to your people? You know what? I got family to feed. So this ain't nothing but a hustler, you know what I'm saying? They just hustling us, man. We're going to talk about the brands, Adidas, and these are just brands. Whose brand? We waking up, we getting aware of what we wearing. M.H.O.E, is, taking taking the lead, taking charge in most high fashion. Not their high fashion, but look, hey, Ma, man, I'm talking to Ma, man. I know you out there, man. I see you, Big Ma. Five Eyes, Ma Jiggy. Got the vision. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 100 with my Naga on the vision. Most High over everything is the beginning of just for us in our community, like just a brand new high fashion, but most high fashion. We're gonna have garments, we're gonna have the finest, you know what I'm saying, materials, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna do it as Levitical as possible and not mix certain fabrics, you know what I'm saying, and just make the energy pure water with the linens, like, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna take a big push, but my Naga, like, I know we got a whole community that wants these garments, you know what I'm saying, that wants these M.H.O.E ponchos, you know what I'm saying, and just something super fly. You know, we starting with the hoodies and the shirts and all that, but this is why we're getting out from their brands. And then I know we got Ether, ETHAA by the bro Dizzle, Fitty, J Law. You know what I'm saying? These are most high fashion brands. You know what I'm saying? These are brands dedicated to the most high. You know what I'm saying? Proceeds going back to our land. We're building with our gain. Anything we gain, we're building with it. You know what I'm saying? So we can buy more land, build more land. Like, this is how we getting there. But the most high is in us, you know, like, yo, separate from them. How do you separate from Hijack City? You got to wear your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's 2022. Fine. We going on 2023. It got to be fly. The Naga should be the flyest Nagas in Nagaville. Nagaville garments should be amazing. So if you're a fashion designer, man, you getting away from these people. We're going to talk Adidas in a second. But this is why we got to break away. Even their music industry, man, we got to be tribe up music. You got to be about tribe up music. Music for the most high, for the tribe. It's not about their checks no more. It's about getting our land back, getting our things back, my Naga. It's about recompense. I don't care about reparations. I want recompense. Right now we got them in a side lock and side control. Like, they can't move their bodies. They flat on the ground. They squirming, so they gotta tell the truth because they losing oxygen. They're losing air. They're losing Ahab. They're losing the little gift and breath they did have so they can pop off and make us jealous, oppress us, train us for war because it's a frequency war. And behind the scenes, we got from the last drop that it's still more on more, my Naga. They ain't the only ones gaining off your downfall. Somebody else that look just like you is also gaining on your downfall. They're the scapegoat. They're the straw man. There's forces pushing in, putting batteries in their back that look just like us, man. It's the same biblical wars today. We're going to address some of that, man. Hold on, man. Hold on to your boot bones and listen clearly with your ear bones, man.
That's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash?
Wow.
You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
Come
money.
on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't.
Wow. The fucking stones on this man. The stones on this man. Man, I just watched a recent Dame Dash interview, you know, talking about how he used to shop around Jay. Nobody wanted to take a chance on Jay, so he did it himself. He said, what happened to Rockefeller after I had to step out? Nothing. So who was running Rockefeller? But we know we got to get back to the Rockefellers, because then we back to the State of Israel talk, 1948 talk, 47. So, yeah, we're just talking Rockefeller, right? Rothschild, all that stuff. But what's the battery in their back? What did Rabbi Harry say, right? He said it's somebody else that they have to agree with. This is a nasty. You could tell it's just a nasty spirit in this motherfucker, right? I got mouths to feed.
Our society.
Are you
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have
issues, meaning your death. Your death is the issues. The issues that come from promoting this death culture is death. That's what they call issues. That's what their energy calls issues. It's like you're watching a demon in real time, trying to explain why he's on demon time.
I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got.
This is what they think about as my naga. Sacrificial lambs going. I got people to feed, so I'll feed them off your death. I'll feed them off the demise of so-called black people, because we have to appease other black people. So we got to choose which black people we rock with and which black people we don't. And if it's a green light to assault you, criticize you, humiliate you, or worse, then we're going to take it. But please believe it has to come from above, right? There above is below, you dig?
I got a business to run.
You're going to make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture?
Who's Dame Dash?
How many billions did he make off of Dame Dash? And this is how I told y'all, they don't respect your accolades, man. They don't respect how much money you make because they made so much more. Your pawns, your toys. You're not doing it yourself. All the talent of Israel should be running the talent of Israel. Just think about that, hashtag facts. You got all this talent, but you don't unify. If they had this talent, if they were you, they would be unified. Nobody would be their bosses, period. Their own banks, their own currency, everything, if they were this talented. Except they're just talented at maneuvering in these snake-ass ways. You know, I'm talking to the ones that are doing that, not just, the regular Jewish family. I'm not even, I'm talking to, the ones that, pushing the line specifically. I don't address everything to white people. I address everything to so-called whites that are way out of pocket with this. They pushing the line. They got the treachery on their heart, on their hands. They got blood on their hands. I'm talking to those who are oppressing the Hebrews then, the Hebrews now. I'm talking to the ones that are pretending to be us in our tents, and we're investigating, and y'all playing with us, man. Y'all trying to shut it down. But you got to step back because your masters are telling you, we can only do so much, y'all. We can't oppress the ones that are in code. Because even Satan was late to the meeting in the book of Job. Satan was late to the meeting, man. I just want to get some clarity right quick. Hold up, man. Let me get into JPS. Tanakh. Let's get into Tanakh. Tanakh 1917 Tanakh. All right, Satan was late to the meeting, right? So I'm just thinking about this, with I'm just making it make sense. How about that? We're just gonna make this make sense. Use some critical thought. Satan was late to the meeting. Book of Job. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Now it fell on Job chapter 1, verse 6. Now it fell upon a day that the sons of God, who's that? Now they'll say, Jesus. Nah, man. Talking about the dragons. Okay. Came to present themselves before the power, H.O.E, and Satan. Okay. Etymology, Satan is adversary, right? So the adversary, whose adversary and why is he the adversary or it? And is it an adversary that doesn't have any boundaries or rules and regulations? Or does he have to report? Does your adversary have to report to Hawa, right? Because the sons of Hawa are present. The sons, the daughters, the dragons, the angels, whatever you know, the holies, the holy ones, the righteous ones. They're having a meeting because they came to present themselves to Hawa. And the adversary, Satan, came also among them. Now, what happens? Does it pop off? Is it up? Like Yeezy said, is it up? You know, you got bullets flying, like you got lasers flying. What happened? And Hawa said to the adversary, Satan, where you come from, man? Whence comest thou? Where you coming from? He didn't say, what? You show your face, your nasty, diseased, hijacked face? No, he came to present himself with the sons of Hawa. And Satan also came, which means he's one of the sons of Hawa. He's the goon in your father's house, your mama's house. When you're out of code, he's the belt, my nigga. He's the belt, my nigga. He's the switch off the tree, my nigga, to whip your ass until you figure it out that you better be in code if you want to be protected. You better have a tight guard, man. You better have your elbows tucked in. Don't let nobody get no underhooks on you, my nigga. The code is your guard. The code is your form. The sons of Hawa came to present themselves. Satan, the jabroni Satan, the one that they said, oh, there's another power. He also came. He also came among them. Hawa said to this jabroni, right? Hey, where you coming from, man? Where are you coming from? And then Satan answered Hawa, from going to and fro in the earth, walking up and down in it. He sound like bruh man from the 5th floor. Hey, what you up to? None, just chilling. From going to and fro in the earth, walking up and down in it. And Hawa said the same. Hey, man, you consider my servant Job. So they just got off to a big meeting point. It's back to the meeting. This is part of the meeting. This is part of the meeting, my nigga. I need you to understand this shit with a dragonfly perspective. Stop the play. This is what they serve, which means they serve Hawa. Keep the code, break their spell. Like Ye said, we pop off. We talk reality. And the righteous ones, they'll choose up. They'll get in order. But they can't be the head no more. And they better not be mad at being the tail. That means they're not a humble Gentile. We accept humble Gentiles only. If you ain't ready to put that work in for Israel that you destroyed, that you decimated, that you massacred, that you profited off of while they selling death, you ain't ready to serve liar, Cohen. Oh, you're not no Khan. You're not no Khan. A Khan is a priest. A priest would not be benefiting off death. Do y'all think a priest will be benefiting off death?
Really rough, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's
to
the
be on
most
these
dangerous.
pills.
It's the most
Perks and Molly's
dangerous
and-
thing that's facing our society.
Are you
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
Don't you think that's hypocritical though? You're saying the
It's
opioid problem's a problem.
opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
Y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
Come
money.
on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't. So, I don't know what to tell you. I
don't know what to tell you. So you would rather... So, okay. Let's back it up. Kyrie gets in trouble for leaving a link. He loses everything, at least right now, right? They say that link is promoting anti-Semitism. Kyrie, are you anti-Semitic? I can't be anti myself, is what he said. Malcolm X said the same thing. He gets all this taken away because that link to them is promoting anti-Semitism, when that link is also talking about the real Egyptians and the real Arabia, and no one has called him anti-Arab or anti-Egypt. Huh? For putting a link out. They're not foolish enough to go against truth, man. You know why we doing this, man. We ain't doing this for yay. We're doing this for truth. And if this gives us an opportunity to, dig deep and uncover truth, then we're doing it for the truth so that the children of Israel can see clearly with a dragonfly perspective, and I'm going to use that opportunity. He want to take opportunities for your death. I'm using that opportunity to bring life. To bring my niggas back on code, man. Because with the code comes life. First thing you get is your land back. Look it up time and time again. The first thing you get is your land back when you back in code. Is it better for them to promote your death through the music industry and nothing happens to them? They don't have to apologize about being anti-nigga. They ain't anti-black for physically promoting your death through music and allowing an avenue, like Rabbi Harry said, an avenue for them to come up and shine on each other. So everybody's going to want it, like the pimp in the neighborhood. Everybody want that ride. Everybody want that Cadillac. Everybody want them furs, that jewelry. You're promoting death. You're promoting pimping out your own aquas. They're promoting pimping out you, killing us. But they don't have to apologize, pay no fine, meet with the Black Nigga Society of America, and can go on live, whatever, media, big platform and say, yeah, I got people to feed. That's why I do it. I admit to it. I admit to promoting death. And my reason is that I got children to feed. Or I got a pat in my pockets. But Kyrie loses everything over a tweet with a link with no commentary whatsoever about his feelings about it. And you project his feelings. You create a situation to where you can try to corner him into a word that doesn't even exist in the Noah Webster Dictionary in 1828. And he says, I am that. And they say, well, are you suggesting that we're not us? Suspend you, Kyrie. You didn't say you're not anti-Semitic. He says, I am Shem. That's not good enough for him, even though he's telling the truth. Let's go, man. Let's go. Ah, man. Shalom, man. To all my niggas dropping that drop on IG, man. You can always, follow whatever we popping off with. Get in the drop chat. Some of my niggas are always in the chat. Just refresh the chat to make sure you got the latest drop. Shout out to Natural by Law. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get in this Adidas stock downgraded, but right quick, before I go crazy, this helps balance me out. I see my niggas popping off. I love sharing your information and dropping that drop with you, man. So Natural dropped this. I wanted to share a quick clip of this Maya, Georgia connection, and then we're going to go right back in on Ye, man, because Yeezy said it. All right, so it says February 2000. I'm going to read this for my at work niggas, because some of my niggas at work, they're like, yo, man, I can't even read that, so I got y'all. Archaeologists examined an unidentified site in Georgia's Chattahoochee, National Forest. All right. So there is an unidentified site in Georgia. A massive configuration of 300 stone mounds. Not stone bricks, 300 mounds. 300 mounds. It became known as the Track Rock Ruins. They just called it the Track Rock Ruins. A configuration of 300 mounds. Or we talking pyramids? Let's go. Controversial evidence has since emerged linking the site to Mayan prophecy. Are we just talking a gang of pyramids in Georgia, man? Federal authorities prohibit access, just like the Grand Canyon. They prohibit any access in Georgia, man. All right, man. Love to the bro, man. Natural by Law, dropping that drop. Go hit him up at Natural by Law, man, on IG and the tube, man. Shout out to, this is dope. This is some Flat Drop 101. Look out for it, man. We coming in hot. Shout out to I Am Kelvin J. Listen real close to this researcher.
I woke up to the truth of the flat earth, shape of the earth, as an engineer and a pilot. So I've studied engineering, physics, 3 different ways: basic physics, electric physics, and construction physics. And also as a pilot, as a rotary wing pilot, that is helicopter pilot, I studied aeronautical physics as well. So I can cover and discuss just about any factor of flat earth. Not that I'm any smarter than anybody else, but I've studied quite a bit of factors that analyze shape and motion of just about any object. That's physics, also aeronautical physics, and principles of flight. I can tell you this: airplanes fly straight and level. That's even an aviation term, straight and level. Airplanes will fly for hours at the same altitude, never dipping their nose down to follow the curve of the earth. An aircraft on a 12-hour or even 18-hour flight from Portland, Oregon to Seoul, Korea, that would have that aircraft starting at one point and then flying so far around the earth that it's flying downwards with its nose vertically downwards, and then starting to go around the curve of the earth so that the airplane is now flying upside down. Would have to make that kind of a flight path.
When you find out that these trillions of dollars for space programs, SpaceX, Elon this, Elon that, everybody loves Elon. They're just going to more worlds beyond the poles. When you understand, my naga, the lie, no one's going to trust no science, no scientist, university's going to shut down. Like, that's why they can't admit it. Everybody's going to sue their ass just for brainwashing them, like, making them look crazy. All their money, taxpayer dollars. It's going to be a public lawsuit. All your tax money's been going to this fakery, man. Yeah, buddy. They don't be dipping their nose bones, do they? They go straight and level for hours and hours. Straight and level. They never curve with their ball. Body bag. Body bag for the illusion. Shout out to Colossal, man. I'm actually muted because, I don't want no issues over here with these people, man. Yeah, just look at the connections, you know what I'm saying, between this basketball, as we talk Kyrie, and, the ancient, Naga ball. It's real correlated to soccer as well, football, soccer as well. But Naga's been hooping, man. And this is the whole point, man. Naga's been hooping. And if this is some Naga stuff, that means the Nagas can again control their own game, control their own destiny. They got us playing for them. They even say it real casually. Yeah, Kyrie played for me on the U.S. I'm going to get this Mike Krzyzewski clip. And I like to coach Mike Krzyzewski, man. But, it still slips out. They can't help it. He played for me. Why not just say he played on the Olympic team? Why must you say he played for you? Why not say I had the pleasure of coaching Kyrie? There's many other ways to say it, but he played for me gives them a little flex, gives them a way to, show superiority. He played for me. This nigga played for me. Run, nigga, run. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on that. They trying to be they are not trying to be, anti anything, but they just can't help it, man. But dig on the clip of this, and let's get to it. So you see contemporary basketball, compared to, this is a cool little part right here. It says, most, but not all Mayan cities had ball courts. Many more than 1,300 ball courts are scattered throughout Mesoamerica, and all of them have the same shape, the same eye shape, or, rectangular. That is, two sloping walls for the ball to bounce on, a long, narrow playing field, two end zones. Guatemala, home of the earliest Mayan cities, holds over 500 ball courts alone. Whoa. 500 hoop courts. So Nagas like hooping. It wasn't a few, it wasn't one or two. Nagas like hooping. In Guatemala, Nagas is getting going all the way up. 500 hoop courts, man. And it also shows that we can control our own destiny. We can have our own courts again. The proceeds, whatever, benefits, donations, who knows what people gave them, I say, hey, thank you for allowing us to watch this game. We want to support Nagaville. Just imagine getting back to that level, trusting each other to build each other up. The Maya were popping off. And who's the Maya today, my Naga? It's the same people. You, my Naga. You, my Naga. Let's go. Yeah. So they got a statue, a Naga with the ball. Same type of pose. Like, what they do? Look at this Naga. Like, what they do? I'm going to cross you over. That's a guarantee. The Mesoamerican ball game was played, experts think, by all the cultures in the region, beginning with the Olmecs, who may have invented it. We know this Olmec connect also with the Toltec, the Sylvanus Toltexis flow. The Olmec, connects with the Ogam and the Sylvanus Ogam, Solomon the Builder's pops, which could be David himself. We know we got the Olmec flow, the big old heads being dug out the ground that look like Uncle Paul in there, So we know we're talking about Naga stuff, Naga things. They changed Olmec to Ogre from Ogier, which also connects with the Scottish flow, right? Scotland, not Scottish, but Scotia, Princess Scotia, the Hebrew princess. Yeah, man. So Naga's been hooping. The ball game goes back 3,500 years, making it the first organized game in the history of sports. Minds loved the game, and everyone played at various times, but it also held deep religious ritual meaning as well. For that reason, it was sometimes played just as a game with lots of gambling on the teams. At other times, the game became a spectacle and ritual, with the city rulers playing captive warriors in rigged ritual games. Whoa. So sometimes it'll be like, yo, you can come up at the games, you can gamble on the teams, you can come up, and just like Vegas. Other times it was a ritual or spectacle for the hijack, whoever they had captive, and it was rigged. They was gonna die regardless, but let's just have fun with them. And that's kind of what the hijack has reversed on us today. We're gonna give you a little bit, but we're also gonna take it away from you. It's a rigged game. Oh boy, just admitted it's a rigged game. It's rigged. The liar already admitted it. They asked him, ain't this hypocritical? He says it's opportunistic. I'm taking an opportunity away from you for my family. I'm taking your opportunity for life. If we sung songs about the Creator, if we sung songs about building each other up and love and true Ahab, they don't benefit from that because your frequency is too high. You're going to see through their bull crap. So instead, they got to keep you blind, deaf, dumb, hijacked. He says, I'm opportunistic. I took the opportunity. Forget your issues.
It's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
Don't you think that's hypocritical though? You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him.
Wow.
So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So.
All right. It's opportunistic. Got it. Let's go. And my niggas getting real busy. You know what I'm saying? In the drop chatter. As we get to this Adidas situation. Aqua Leona, Aniya, Tribe Vibes have me playing ringtones, the bag on repeat, trumpet is everything, M.H.O.E, most I over everything. Allow, wow, it's our time, you know what I mean? Shout out to Melvin Trey Koga. Always in the drop chat, dropping that drop, man. It looks like he visited a mound site as we're talking Georgia mounds. See what a bro is, man. He said he's at the Temple Mound in Birmingham, Alabama, with entrance and stone walls still there. Used to be behind some trees, and I could drive through freely. Now they got it blocked off. Looks like they're about to start some construction. It's several of these throughout the city. They build houses and freeways on them. Wow. So, the bros, you know what I'm saying, letting us know he there. Wow. Like Draylen Carr said, it's all happening. Shout out Confat, all the team, man. Annie, stay in the chatterbox. So always check in here at least one day, my nigga, to drop any links you got or to see what the tribe's dropping. Trey. Now, these are some lyrics from a Jay-Z song. In the last drop, I asked, what if Jay-Z's Moab and Kanye is Israel, right? It's the same war. KRS-One was popping off like, yeah, My own brothers was doing this to us. My own brothers was stealing from us. And what if they're not your brothers? I know they're black, right? But they're not your brothers. They're not of your tribe. But that don't mean that we all about dividing. But sometimes you need separation so you can see clearly. It's not that we're against black unity. I ask you very humbly, when has there ever been a time of black unity? What's black unity? What is black unity? A time where all the Naga tribes were united? My Nagas since Cain and Abel times, it's been brother on brother, tribal war. Just read the script. That was black on black. When you get that, or more, when you get that, there's never been a time of all black people holding hands and not selling each other into captivity. You know what I'm saying? It's tribal war, man. They're warring over the promised land. They're warring over the gold, the promised land, the inheritance. So today we got the same war going on. It's a frequency war, man. I'd be like, I'm going to read some of these Jay-Z lyrics, man. The phase I'm on, love. I wouldn't believe it either. I'd be like, Jay-Z's a cheater. I wouldn't listen to reason either. All I know is he's a felon. How is he selling? We, the Khalifa brothers. Deep down, I believe you love us, huh? Feast your eyes, the piece unique. It's sapphire, rappers, liars. I don't do sire. Neither I nor my wrist move mockingly. Y'all spend real money on fake watches, shockingly. They put me on lists with these niggas inexplicably. I put your mansion on my wall. Are you shitting me? I blew bird money. Y'all talking Twitter feed. We got different save or sob stories. Save your soliloquies. They like, if Big was alive, Hove wouldn't be in his position. If Big had survived, y'all would have got the commission. Hove was gone, always be Hove. It was the universe will, 'cause Allah said so. And now I'm here. Whoa. He's saying he's in this position because of their Allah. Because of their Allah. Allah, again, is a generic term for a power or a most high or, a high above one, a one above, you know what I'm saying? That type of flow. But who's their one above? Who's their most high? We say most high over everything and we stand on it. We teach on it. We got receipts on receipts about our code that we keep. There's no confusion. Exodus 20 got us in code. When they say God or Allah, we don't know who they're praying to. They're throwing stones, walking around cubes. None of that has anything to do with the Creator. Their rituals is paganism. So what side is he on? Jay-Z's lyrics from Neck and Wrist with Pharrell drop. I remember you asking, what if Jay-Z was M.H.O.E? We see what side of the more and more war he's on. It's funny, I watched a revised video about Ye this morning and I came across this song. Never heard it before, man. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's deep drop, man. That's why I tell y'all to get in the drop chatter. Melvin, Trey, Koger, you got the drop, man. Shout out to Melvin, Trey, man. And y'all could do like direct messages too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're building our own framework over here, man. We don't got to communicate through YouTube and Instagram. You can come right here to the spot, to the home team, to the living room, Password is 1234. Come hijack free or you out of here, boss. We ain't gonna deal with it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's our living room. Come respectful to the dojo. Take your shoes off. Do the right thing. All praise to Allah. Let's go. Adidas stocks downgraded immediately after severing ties with Ye. Shout out to the Aqua Liza Cabrera. And I want to get some drop on this Yeezy deal situation. Let's pick it up right here.
Look like Adidas stocks have been downgraded. by RBC says they have too many fires to put out. When did this occur? A day after they terminated the contract with Kanye West. They were also downgraded. So they said Adidas have too many fires to put out, according to RBC Capital Markets, which downgraded its ratings on the sportswear group a day after it terminated its partnership with Kanye West. The rating was a cut to sector performance from outperform before it is a target price was slashed from £100 to £150. Analysts at the bank believe the German sportswear company has a mounting number of challenges facing the business, including its termination of Kanye West partnership, which is a Yeezy brand that it was putting out, which West followed accusations of anti Semitism by the rapper. The termination of the deal is expected to cost Adidas between 1.7 billion to 1.8 billion in revenue. Wow. And 750 million net income gap. If our estimates are correct, this implies Adidas was reliant on Yeezy for 45%.
4 plus 5 is 9. We got dragons popping off. These are just brands. The veil is coming up, man. These brands aren't shit. And it's only been the shit because we seen Ron DMC with the shit. LL Cool J rocking the shit. Yeezy back in the shit. They had Naga Magic behind them. That's what made them dope, right? Nike wasn't shit before Michael Jordan popped off. There was like a track shoe. Nobody wore Nike. In basketball, now you need the Nikes on your feet. Cause I wanna be like Mike. Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. They brainwash you to be like Mike. Anytime you put the J's on, you feel a little like Mike. You think you could, you know what I'm saying, do the finger rolls and the fadeaways, the crossovers. You feel like a superhero. With M.H.O.E, we're going to feel like superheroes again. You know what I'm saying? Without this battery in our back. Yay. And I'm sure he knew it because he's rocking with confidence. He's like, I'm at least half your company. You don't want to do the deal with me? They underestimated the Naga magic. And it didn't work. Because all it did was lift up their skirt and show the truth. That without a Naga behind it, you ain't shit. Nike, you ain't shit. Adidas, you ain't shit. It's M.H.O.E. M.H.O.E. everything. Look out for us, because we us. We can do us. We doing us. Tribe Up Music, Most High Fashion. Instead of Hollywood, we doing Nagaville. We're doing our own creative, you know what I'm saying, screenplays and real plays in real life. You know, we're going to write our plays, man. Be playwrights. Write our TV series, man. Film it. And it's all going to be on Nagaville. And if you want Naga content, you got to come to Nagaville.com. Period. If you want it from a Naga perspective, it's going to be at Nagaville.com. We're out of their brands. Instead of Hollywood, we got Nagaville. Instead of the music industry, we got Tribe Up Music. Tribal Mafia. Instead of their high fashion, we got Most High Fashion. All my designers, hit us up. Music at 432thedrop.com. All my Nagas at, you know what I'm saying, no, you know, all about, you know what I mean, any part of this, any of these businesses, any of them, hit us up. You know, film business, music business. If you got the drop, you know, let's start a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let's put Naga minds together and build Nagaville, where Nagas chill in Nagaville. Hijack free, building our land, building our community. This is all he talking about is community. Farmers, engineers. Let's go.
Wow, their fiscal year of 2021. So Yeezy was their biggest brand
Let's
and
go.
they cut that and they were downgraded?
You see your power?
Wow.
You see your power?
So, they are going to continue to put Yeezys out, but without Kanye West's name.
Those gonna be the hijack Yeezys. If they don't have the Yeezy on it, can't even mess with it. Can't even fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody rocking some Adidas that are clearly Yeezys without the Yeezy, you know it ain't going to the bro. Them the hijack Yeezy. You can't even accept that. That ain't, that's hijack city Yeezy over there. That ain't even, you can't even respect them. I don't care what kind of colorways they got, what kind of styles they got, because that all came from this Naga, and they're not even going to give him a cut no more. They're going to pimp him out, and you're going to support that with some fake-ass Yeezys? I don't care how dope they are. I don't care how cheap they are. We ain't doing this no more, man. We coming in hot. We need our own shoe companies. We need all that in Most-High Fashion. Most-High Fashion is a conglomerate of all the dopest, most creative Nagas in Nagaville. With our own, beautiful designs and materials. And when we put them on, it represents us. It represents the fifth wave, the dragonfly perspective. It represents our land, our code. It represents Hawaii. We rock gear that represent Hawaii. That's not going into our slavery, captivity. It's not going into our, opportunistic, adversaries' pockets. They made a chess move. They had no idea the extent of the Naga magic. But Yeezy said it.
Name on it. And of course, he's real upset about that. So apparently, if Yeezy accounted for 45% of their revenue, then yeah, now you see why they're turning around and putting it out under their brand name.
What's that? Yeah, God, let's go.
Because without it, they have a lot to lose. Mm-mm-mm. So
Wow.
we think significantly higher than many investors had previously estimated. So they're estimating that Yeezy accounted for 45% of their revenue, but possibly it could be even higher than that.
Yep. Because this awakening, they didn't account for Nagas to pop off this awareness flow, this awareness campaign. They didn't expect Nagas to be like, you know what? Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck y'all. This is how we feeling right now. Put the kiddies to bed. This is how we feeling. Fuck y'all niggas. Y'all ain't gonna treat us like this shit. We've been witnessing this shit too long. Fuck this shit. When everybody's on this shit, and it's like, all right, what do we do? First things first, get in code. Because you can't unify outside of it. No killing each other, no stealing from each other, no false witnessing on each other, no coveting, being jealous of each other, we control the robbers inside of our own minds, get the robbers out our gates. We push all that negativity out of our minds, them thoughts. We control our thoughts. We make them pure water. Honoring our frame and our shape. We're keeping our Shabbat resting together. Most high over everything. Rule number 1. No power before your power. My nigga. We back. We back. No vanity on our breath of security. Hawaii. We back. That's the first thing we do. We don't need no money to do that. Everybody else got a plan that involves all these things. Oh, we gotta put our money together to build a bank. You want to pop off a whole new civilization out of code? You don't got no reference points of histories when we did that and had our Christian churches all in there and we're serving Zeus. You ever research Rosewood? How many churches did they have? All these Nagavilles underwater, you're finding churches. We weren't connecting to our power most high over everything. We were doing it in the name of their son, of their Jesus, of their Yahweh, their Joshua, not your Joshua, their Joshua. Your Joshua pushed the line to conquer these hijacks, Canaanites, giants, stop the sun in its tracks while he whoops some more ass, stop the moon in its tracks, in her tracks while he whips some more ass, made the made the waterfall cease, helped the tribe cross on dry land with the sapphire staff. And we ain't even praising that Joshua. We only praising the Most High. So what makes you think we're going to praise the self-proclaimed son? First son, self-proclaimed, when we know we the first son of Hawaii. Even David is called firstborn. Firstborn bond. How we gonna praise a water to wine, walking on water, JC? We ain't even praising Joshua. Moon stand still, sun stand still. Tribe cross on dry land in the Jordan River. Super Magi Joshua. We ain't even praising Quetzalcoatl, who is Joshua, or Kukulkan. See, the real Black Panther movie would have nigga on nigga, naga on naga. They just wanted that other monies. They wanted to give the other image to the, so-called Hispanic community so that they can show up. 'Cause I can't tell you how much, what I'm saying, I could see the pride they got when they saw that, just talking to, a few folk that I know. They was like, yeah, man, that was so cool to see that and do. But they wouldn't be saying that if they showed nigga Quetzalcoatl, nigga Kukulkan, nigga Joshua, not your Yahweh Shah. No. We got to get off our idols most of everything, my nigga. That's why I spend my time talking about it, teaching on it, rocking, in real time, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's how you unify. It's not us. Mama gave us wisdom. This ain't rocket, whatever, This is, it is science. It is science, because it's repeatable and observable. Anything that is repeatable and observable, there's a big part of science that you can repeat it and it's observable over and over again. We can see when a tribe gets back in code, you get restored. Hawaii can see you face to face. You're listening to your parents. They could take you out of timeout. You're not listening. Your ass is in punishment. You can't complain about the wrath of your parents when you're being disrespectful, calling another daddy, another mama. And now we rocking their brands to their gods. And what happens when the Naga pulls his magic out? They have nothing. They have been unveiled. They look like shit. Adidas looks like shit right now. Nike looks like shit right now. Balenciaga looks like shit right now. Fuck these niggas. We can design because we're designing for them anyway. They're using his designs. They're using Virgil's designs. Louis Vuitton is using Virgil's design. This is Naga magic. Just design your own shit, but do it with the Most High code in it. And bing, pal, you got M.H.O.E. The hottest designers are going to be designing for M.H.O.E. Most High over everything. Look out for us. My Jigga take the wheel.
Adidas says it is looking to sell Yeezy product design, for which it still owns the rights under its own branding rather than the Yeezy branding in the first quarter of next year. RBC said that Adidas believes it can limit the loss of revenue through this strategy. Yeah, but now everybody know Kanye is no longer affiliated with the brand. Is it going to really have the same impact out in the market? I mean, come on, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Virtually everybody have seen y'all cut ties with Kanye West.
Everybody know it. Everybody's witness. You wanted to make a public lynching on this naga. Kyrie just shares a link. Kanye says, I'm going DEFCON, which means readiness. It means alertness, that it's time to be alert. Anything could pop off. He says on Jewish people. Then he says, I am Jewish. In his words, I am a Jew. So I'm going DEFCON. I'm getting my own people ready. I'm going DEFCON on my own people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, now they might read it on the specific Jewish relationships he has, but that's specific Jewish relationships. And you can't say that, well, I call it Jewish because they're all connected. But when you say they're connected, it's anti-Semitic. But that's a made-up word. And we can't be against Shem, because then you're against all of these black tribes, so-called black, copper-colored tribes. We can't be anti-ourselves unless you're saying Shem is white, so-called white. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's what they say. Moses is white. Noah is white. King David is white. The original man is white. But then they say they're from Africa. I don't know, man. This is crazy. ThaWaDa drops drop that Africa, and some etymology or, connected to being cold, frigid. She's like, damn, were they the people in Africa? Was Africa cold in the eight? Was it used to be a cold place? This is crazy, man. Let's go, man.
So Adidas will also save on expenses related to royalties and marketing fees. However, RBC is less optimistic on the impact this will have, arguing the price point will have been lowered and the core Yeezy customer may not be as willing to purchase without the Kanye connection. Exactly.
That's that Nagaville.
Exactly. You know, no matter what you feel about Kanye, Kanye still have a lot of fans out here worldwide. Whether you like it or not, he does. And those fans may look at those Yeezys under a different branding and not want them anymore. I mean, it's not a sure thing that they're going to go out and buy it.
A Naga might go Naga and say, you know what? Fuck these niggas. I ain't even, man. You know what, man? I'd rather rock some homemade moccasins, man. Cause that's all y'all pushing anyway. I'd rather just take the time and make my own shoe. When's the last time you went on YouTube and said how to make a shoe? Come on, my Naga. Now do it together. Khan.
And that's why you can tell in this article the investors are really in doubt. They don't know what's going to happen now. Aside from this issue, the German company must also deal with the slowing demand that it has led to a buildup of inventory in Western markets. So, in other words, they're staying on the shelves a lot longer, and people are not buying the Adidas brand in big numbers anymore.
Fuck these niggas.
And they said in the Western market, so that would include the markets here in America.
Fuck these niggas.
Interesting. Which RBC believes will impact sales and margins into 2023. Additionally, Adidas have one payment related to exiting Russia and to settle a legal dispute, as well as weakening of trends in China. So it looks like a lot of places on this earth, Adidas, their brand is really not doing that well.
Fuck these niggas.
RBC said it prefers sportswear rival Nike, which it believes has its own challenges, better contained alongside a more compelling growth outlook. So they said between the two companies, Adidas might be a little more better off. Look, time will tell.
Shit.
Time will tell, and we won't even have to wait that long.
Nope.
Because you got the Gentile holiday seasons coming up. And this
Uh-oh.
is a big time of the year where people are buying clothing.
Uh-oh, balls. Hey, look at the timing of this, man. Most High over everything.
Sneakers and gift giving and all that stuff is going to be going on over the next few weeks. And if these brands are impacted, you should see it in the next couple of weeks, where people are just not going out and buying them like they used to. They may be looking for a shoe more reasonable in price than your Nikes and Adidas. But it won't take long, because if their sales are not that great, you'll see the outcome of it, because they always show you how the Christmas sales have gone. It'll show you the stocks for around this time of the year, where they are now, where they are after the holidays. So all of that'll be revealed. So it won't take long if there are performance issues with the products, or people have just decided not to buy these big name brand sneakers anymore, and they're just looking for sneakers elsewhere. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe.
Hey, man, go ahead and hit her up, man. Yeah, they playing, you know, just simple and plain. Love the Aqua tie. She, oh yeah, dropped this drop from the nzherald.co.nz. And, you know, it says Kanye West sued by record company. This is on November 8th that he, or record company overclaims he sampled their track without permission. So they gonna try to hit it every angle, you know what I'm saying? I'll leave this link, y'all can dig on it. Kanye West is being sued by a record company for allegedly sampling their track without permission. So he's the sample king, you know what I'm saying? He's made an art form, you know. He's the Bruce Leroy of sampling, man. They're talking about the song "Life of the Party" on his stem player as part of the deluxe edition of his album Donda 2021. But according to legal documents obtained by TMZ, you know who runs TMZ? He did not obtain the rights to South Bronx from the record company Boogie Down Productions. Whoa. Wasn't KRS just saying that black people are still holding some of his music hostage and royalties hostage? He's still fighting black people. He said, why are these people not put us on? You know what I'm saying? Raise us up. Why are they oppressing us? He said, why couldn't Jay-Z, you know, really dust Ye off the right way instead of, you know, these other type of ways? You know what I'm saying? Why is it our own people gatekeepers? Because it's our own people behind the gate. That's why we got to even be careful with the hate, you know, as we get very firm in our code and in our stance, a strong fight stance, a strong foundation with our tribe, a unifying frequency with our tribe. As we put all this together, you know what I'm saying? It's clear that we want to hate and retaliate and do all kind of, you know, pop offness. We got to be on alert. You can't be more alert than being in code. At the same time, we building Nagaville, you know what I'm saying? We building for us. We got Nagas got they land and they building it, you know. Shout out to Ahab, to Aqua, Shamar, Naga Hill is popping off, Aqua Copper Color, Creation popping off, Copper Land, you know what I'm saying? The Aqua is popping off, man. Veteran Eyes popping off. I think it's Dragonville. Hey, love the Veteran Eye, man. Hey, hot for that track all day with my jig and Veteran Eye, man. Hey, man, Naga feels active. Nagas is, you know, getting back on their land ownership real heavy right now. And we're hearing that being a normal part of discussion because we need all our Nagas on their land. But you don't keep land. outside of the Creator's code, outside of your Creator's code. Because it's our own people that will violate that. But remember, Satan is just late to the meeting. Because when the sons of God came to present themselves to Hawa, Satan came also, and Hawa said, man, where you coming from? He didn't say, why are you here? He said, where you coming from? And Satan replied, going everywhere in Nagarville, walking up and down, man. What did it do? Why you jamming me up? Why you asking me about this? He said, all right, man, whatever, man. Let's talk about the meeting. Let's talk about business. Let's let the meeting commence. Let's talk about Job, how we gonna handle this, and that's a whole nother story, right? But just know they went straight to business. It wasn't a fight. This entity that they serve can only offend you, can only attack and be, productive in its job, which is to discipline, to destroy, can only make you devour your own tail when you are out of code, being covetous, killing and stealing from your own brother. The dragon's devouring itself. The house of the dragon devours itself because you're killing each other. Because you're out of code. You got another power. You got Jesus. You got Muhammad. You got Allah. But you don't have Hawa, your breath. Wah! Hawa. My 1-year-old wakes me up every day with the loudest Hawa. She says Hawa. Every time she sees me, she says Hawa. And I said, even a baby can speak our frequency, man. And it's in her heart bone, and she's smiling every time she says Hawa. She loves Hawa. She loves tribal music too, man. Like, she makes me put it on, and then she makes me pick her up, and then I gotta dance with her, you know what I'm saying? And that's how baby girl is popping off, you know what I'm saying? Baby Aqua loves Hawa. They didn't have that. They have their substitutions, their no gods. But the power of their no gods, Satan, was late to the meeting. I'm just walking up and down Nagarville. Shalom. Drink some water, man. Let's go on. I'm popping off. What time is it? Almost 4 a.m. I'm popping off. All right, leave me alone, man. I'm just letting you know, man. There wasn't no war. There was just a welcoming into the meeting with the sons of God, right? Okay. Just keep that in mind, that their power works for your power. He was late to the meeting. So the hate in our heart, don't make them turn our heart into some hatred, but focus on the Ahab with each other first. It doesn't mean we don't care about all other nationalities and races. Nah, races don't exist. Nationalities, I don't even know, man. But tribes, let's focus on the Ahab within us. Let's heal ourselves instead of devouring ourselves. We can, recover ourselves, man. We can restore ourselves. We can rejuvenate ourselves like a dragon can, right? Like a dragon is. I am rejuvenating with my tribe. When we focus on healing or rejuvenating each other, Managa, that's our weapon, our unity. We keep getting that. Unity is their greatest weapon, because now you're not devouring your own tail as a dragon. You're not the Ouroboros serpent eating itself. No, you're the dragon that restores itself, rejuvenates itself because of the the breath of security, framer, shaper. Mama fortifies you. Solomon's praying for wisdom and understanding. Mama says in Proverbs 8, I am understanding. Power is mine. You don't have a powerful kingdom without your mama. And you don't have no frequency without your Abba, who is your shaper. And we're all shaped in his frequency. But like those valley of dry bones, you need that breath, right? For the tribe to become aware out the Ruach Tardema, to unify the tribe up. You need your frame and shaper. Wow. Con. Yeah, I like Mike. Says some questionable things at times, but I like Coach Mike. Let's see what he's saying about Kyrie, man. Ahab to Kyrie. Let's go.
Last time you talked to Kyrie Irving?
I texted him probably 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
What are we missing with Kyrie?
You know, I'd rather.
I love that hijack question. What don't we get about this Negro? Why can't he just apologize to Jews? What are we missing with him? Why is he so crazy? I mean, are we crazy or is he crazy?
Last time you talked to Kyrie Irving?
I texted him probably 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
What are we missing with Kyrie?
You know, I'd rather not speak for Kyrie. I love Kyrie. You know, I have a great relationship with him. He's really smart and really talented, and as a result of having this exposure, his own shoe, which now Nike has stopped their relationship. It's a different world, and it's tough to, unless you're with the person all the time, it's tough to see how all that has influenced. But with me, I love him. I'm in his corner, and I'm there to help him if he feels I can help him.
Now, that sounds great. On the table, on the surface, sounds fantastic. And, he could have went in on Kyrie. This is another approach. Let's be super nice. Let's say, I love you, Kyrie. Come to me, Kyrie. And I pray that Mike is sincere. This could be, just throwing it out there, just a way of ringing him in. Like Kanye says, don't send no Meek Mills and whoever at me, Diddy's at me, you know what I'm saying? They would act like, come on, Kanye. I just want to talk to you, Kanye. You're somebody that, I'm somebody you can talk to. And that's kind of how this vibe, we vibration people. So the words are the words. The vibe is the vibe.
Unless you're with the person all the time, it's tough to see how all that has influenced. But with me, I love him. I'm in his corner, and I'm there to help him if he feels I can help him.
It's almost like a call for, hey, Kyrie, get in contact with me. I'm nice. I'm in your corner. Is he, though? I don't know. I hope he's sincere.
Well, I wondered about that sort of balance of when do I reach out or do I wait for that person to reach out, your former players?
Yeah, well, I would always reach out and give the opportunity if they wanted more, and that's where texting comes in. And he would text back, but the other thing is jumping in when you don't know everything. It's difficult to give counsel, or counsel, your opinion.
Yeah.
On Freudian slip, he keeps rolling his eyes to the back of his head, which is a little creepy. He wants to give you counsel, Kyrie. Okay, he ain't asking for counsel himself. Hey, can you counsel me on how you feel about this and that on these books that you've gained scholarship from? No, I want to counsel you. It's already an oppressor, flow mentality going on. And listen close, you're going to see more of that oppressor talk. There's a evil, nasty oppressor, and then there's a nice guy oppressor. You know what I'm saying? But there's both oppressors. And listen close.
Whether you think that's counsel or whatever. And, but I do want him, just like any of the players, to know that I'm there, for whatever. And Kyrie actually played more games for me with the U.S. team than he.
Kyrie played more games for me, man. Aquata got the drop. ThaWaDa Aquata. She dropped so much. Y'all see, you know what I'm saying, that Aquata has literally, been the water, you know what I'm saying, for this and many other investigations, all from the beginning of time, man. So ThaWaDa to the Battle family, true pillars and Drop Nation, keeping the code. Let's get that piece back. He said he played for me. And I know, there's basketball talk. It could be something. It could be nothing. I'm just, hey, this is the finale. I'm looking at things a little closer. You know what I'm saying? He could have said Kyrie played on the Olympic team, and I had the pleasure of coaching him. That's acceptable. Those are facts. Why does he have to play for you? Now, a brother might say the same thing, but it gives you some type of supremacy. They're playing for you, like you the master and they're the slave. You know what I'm saying? You could just say, I had the pleasure of working with Kyrie, because aren't you a team working together? Why must you flex your superiority, supremacy in that position of him playing for you, like his contract was with you? I know it's basketball talk too, though, but it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's subconscious rhetoric, just like them calling each other kids and slapping each other in the head, and all day it's like, he's a good kid. They always say that, and that is real annoying to me. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean a good kid? A kid is a goat, right? Like it's a beast. It's an animal. You know what I'm saying? Why can't it be, good, strong man? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you say he's a good, strong man? You got to be strong to make it this far, right? He's a good, noble person. How about that? Why can't he be, a good king? You got to be a kid, though. All right. He played for me. He played for me.
It's difficult to give counsel, and or counsel, your opinion, whether you think that's counsel or whatever. And but I do want him, just like any of our players, to know that I'm there, if you for whatever. And Kyrie actually played more games for me with the U.S. team than he did for
Duke.
He played 8 games, and so I got to know him along the way, even though I didn't. We had a good relationship his freshman year, but he wasn't playing. And I'll tell you, do we have time for a story about him?
Sure.
Okay, so when we recruited him, one of the top players, and he was born in Australia, so his dad played there. His dad's a great guy, and Dred. And in high school, like when he was 17, 18, he had an opportunity to play in one of the youth tournaments worldwide, and he could play for Australia or the U.S. And Australia was putting a lot of pressure on him, and he wasn't sure what to do. And I said, do not do that. Play for the U.S. And I said, you're going to be one of the guards of your generation, or maybe the guard of your generation. And you're going to be the point guard on the U.S. Olympic team at some time. Fast forward, he plays in the World Championships in 2014. Our perimeter is Curry, Harden, and Irving. And we bring Klay Thompson and DeRozan off the bench. So I was such a good coach.
Yeah, amazing. He did a wonderful job.
I did.
Wow.
I did.
Underdogs.
Yeah, I'm just going to pat myself on the back. And then the next, and he was really good. And then in 2016 in Rio, we're getting ready to play Serbia for the gold medal. And in the locker room, they're getting ready, and I just knelt by him while he was putting on his shoes, and I said, you know what's going to happen today? And he said, yeah, coach. I said, you're going to be, I got chills thinking of it. I said, you're going to be the starting point guard for the U.S. Olympic team. and a very kind of an emotional thing. So I have that level of relationship with him, and I know that he has a good soul and a good heart, and I love him, and I'm sorry that all this is, this is very unfortunate that all this is happening.
Very heartwarming. I know, very heartwarming. God, I got a little, a little, I'm a human, I felt little flutters in my heart bone for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Then I started thinking. I said, they're appealing not just to our emotions, but to Kyrie. This could be just a cry, a call. Come, let us help you. Let's send Mike. Mike's your guy. He's in your corner. It could be. I don't want to get too fuzzy with these people. Or he could just be a great guy, man. If that's what it is, I'm with you, Mike. Because I like Coach Mike. I do. I'm just, I got to think about it with a dragonfly perspective, man. As we make our dismount, man, just remember, man, a couple things about anti-Semitism and Jewishness, as they projected, as they documented. Okay. Race, ethnicity, heritage, and immigration among U.S. Jews. So let's get it from the PEW Research Center. Last update was May 11, 2021. So, all right, not too much has changed. So, the majority of U.S. Jews identify as white. Bang, ping, pow. Okay. So sometimes they act like they don't want to be white, but they do identify as white if they had to identify. Just like most of the so-called Hispanics also identify as white. They definitely don't identify as African American or Native American, pretty much white. You know what I'm saying? You got to say why. Well, for the U.S. Jews, the Ashkenazis, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? It's because they have to identify with the Caucasian. They have to identify with the European based on DNA alone. And obviously based on, although physical characteristics and phenotypes sometimes, can be deceiving, but for the most part, we know what a so-called white looks like. And we know what people with these, deep, deep white features, you know what I'm saying, look like. And the only way you're going to get these white features and phenotypes, for the most part, not in every case, but for the most part, is because of your, actual physical. Now, spiritual is different, obviously. Everyone could choose up, so I'm not putting a brand on this or that, but for the most part, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So they identify with these so-called white, even though we know there's black and white don't exist, and these designations just are classes and classisms. You know what I'm saying? We know what the more. I mean, the Moors also identify as white. We had people around our community trying to make us change our status. Remember that push? Remember that? Who was around for that push? A bunch of folks started talking about status corrections, right? So we can identify within their system, voluntarily make a new contract with these people to say, hey, call me white. Now you just made a new contract with these people. Instead of just, hey, man, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Separating for real. You think the Hebrews had to reclassify themselves as they left Egypt? You think that's required by the Most High? Change your class within the system. Now you're voluntarily, participating within the system. You think the Moors want the system to end? Nah, they just want control of their system. They want the system to flourish because it's their system. That's what the Moorish Shield is all about. That's what the treaties of peace and friendship is all about. Yeah, man, they identify as white. But in recent years, journalists, scholars, and Jewish community leaders have wondered about the percentage of U.S. Jews who are Jews of color, people of color, or the acronym BIPOC, which is an acronym for Black Indigenous People of Color. Whoa. Pop off PW. Let's talk about the indigenous. Knock. People of color. Jews of color. BIPOC. Black Indigenous People of Color. And who should be included in these groups? So who's doing the including? They want to see that our table is what they say. Oh, you guys want to see that our shitty ass table? Hell to the nah. We got a sapphire table right here with a sapphire staff right here. We don't want your abominable feast. We don't want to sit at your table. Who should sit at our table? Who should we include in our group? Our confederacy, which must be against the real Hashanah. The new PEW Research Center survey did not contain questions using those terms and therefore cannot determine how many U.S. Jews consider themselves to be people of color. However, for the dismount, however, the survey included several other questions that can be used to explore the overlapping connections between race, ethnicity, heritage, and geographic origin among Jewish Americans. Again, explore the race, ethnicity, heritage, and geographic origin. So, if you're not from America, where are you from, right? The current survey, like most survey centers in the United States, measures race and ethnicity using categories that mirror the way the U.S. Census Bureau asks about these identities, which is necessary for statistical reasons in order to ensure that surveys are representative of U.S. adults overall. When given these choices, listen closely. This is from their research. These are their numbers. We're not being anti-us. These are their numbers. 92% of U.S. Jews describe themselves as white and non-Hispanic. Now keep that number in mind because we're going to reconnect that number when we talk Ashkenazi, right? 8% say they belong to another racial or ethnic group. 1% identify as black, right? Or non-Hispanic. Because Hispanic got to do with Spain. Let's go. 4% who identify as Hispanic. 3% who identify with another race, such as Asian, American Indian, Hawaiian Pacific Islander, or with more than one race. So the survey who asked respondents about their Jewish heritage, whether they are Ashkenazi, which they survey defined as following the Jewish customs of Central and Eastern Europe. Remember Eastern Europe, because then they're going to try to act like they're from Western Europe, but we're just talking to more. More-ish Jewish. Sephardic, following the Jewish customs of Spain. Now you got Hispaniola. The Mizrahi, following the Jewish customs of Middle East and Northern Africa. It's a more and more war in North Africa. Morocco. 2/3 of U.S. Jews say they are Ashkenazi. 2/3, so 92% identify as white. White man, right? White, right? Pure. Okay. 2/3 identify as Ashkenazi. That's more than half, right? Identify as Nazi. Nazi. So you think it's coincidence that it ends with a Nazi? And you think the Nazis were against Jews? You think they were against Judah? Or were they just against Jewish? Because they're still Ashkenazi. They said, bruh, I mean, you know, might have to do a dismount. Again, love to the Ock that dropped this, man. So this cat here said, bruh, we're Ashkenazis. We're Nazis. We're Ashkenazis. What are you doing impersonating another group of people? We're Ashkenazi. If they're that, but at their word, they identify with Ashkenazi, 2/3, right? So we're Ashkenazi. What are you doing acting like you're Judah? What happened to the other 11, 12 tribes? You're just all Judah? None of them identify as Issachar? None of them identify as Naphtali? Just Judah? Just Jew? Short for Judah, even in their dictionary. 1828. I still got that up, man. Yeah, I can't be anti-revolution unless I'm being anti-American, opposed to the revolution in America. I can't be anti-American, so I won't be opposed to the revolution in America. Come. What are we looking up again? Jew, got it. A contraction of Judas, which is a contraction of Judah. Hebrew, Israelite. Judah. What is Jewish? Love the Aquatai battle. She's on fire. Popping off Aquatai. Pertaining to the Jews, right? So that means you're pertaining to Judah. Jewish is pertaining to Judah if Jew is a contraction of Judah. Ping, pow. So if you're Jew, are you just representing Judah? What happened to Gad? What happened to Simeon and Reuben? None of y'all claiming Simeon? None of y'all claiming Reuben? Just Judah? Because you're pertaining to Judah. But we're not anti-American because we're not anti-revolution. Y'all had y'all revolution. Anybody that opposed you invading America was anti-American. But now anybody that opposed this complete change of awareness is now anti-American because we just talking revolution. Don't be anti-American. You call us anti-Semitic, which doesn't exist. Does anti-Semitic exist in the dictionary, man? No. Does Semitic exist in the dictionary, man? No, not in 1828. It don't. In the Noah Webster Dictionary. Does Shemitic exist in the 1828 Noah Webster Dictionary? They took the H out because they took out the ha. Love to the aqua. They took out the breath pertaining to Shem. Just like a Jew is pertaining to Judah. So we are lifting up these skirts. I can't be anti-Shem. I am Shem. What, am I anti-Noah too? You're anti-Noah. They didn't want to make it about the tribe of Shem. They wanted to turn it into Semitic, but Semitic doesn't exist. There's no results found. I'm not anti-revolution, man. So I'm not anti-American. I'm not anti-Semitic because it doesn't exist. And I'm not anti-Shem, like Malcolm X said. That's all the Arabs and everybody else, man. I am Shem. Shemitic is pertaining to Shem. We're not Shemitic. We're not Shemish. We're Shem. We're not Jewish. We are Judah. We are the dragon. Fierce and violent towards the hijack, male or female. This man or woman is a dragon. That's in the 1828 dictionary. A fierce, violent person, male or female, is a dragon. So are you not fierce and violent towards the hijack invasion? Are you not with the revolution? Don't say you're anti-American. No. Don't say you're anti-American. Opposed to the revolution in America. Oh man, are you Jewish? Are you pertaining to the Hebrews, or are you the Hebrew? Okay, so you know this cat over here is over here like, hey, look here, man. We are Ashkenazis. Ashkenazi, right? Hint, hint. Hint, hint. This is a big hint that this was an Ashkenazi problem, and as they call issue. This was an Ashkenazi Nazi. This was a Nazi issue. They said, bro, are you from the tribe or not? Are we from Ashkenaz or not? You can't be from Shem if you're from Japheth. If you're from Japheth. I believe all three of these are Nagas. Shem, Japheth, and Ham. They are threading themselves into our culture, our history, our heritage by attaching to even Gomer. Even Gomer's a nigga. They're Ashkenazis. This dude over here is like, bruh, why are you pretending to be them? All right. If you're going to pretend to be them, then be a full-time pretender in the state of Israel. Go hook up with the Rockefeller. Go hook up with the Rothschild. Go be Israelites in Israel. Go be Judeans in Judah. Go be Jewish. Go. They said, some of them said, that's not the prophecy. Hawa didn't come, put his sanctuary among the people. He didn't lead us to the promised land. We can't just set up our own promised land. So they stayed behind. But first, this cat gave him an ultimatum. He said, you can go or you can stay. You want to be so righteous you stay? Well, I got to use you as a part of this war. He was popping off with, Stalin and Russia way before that. This was all a part of things. So he's talking about war. And the Germans, they was happy to see him. It was like, yeah, man, give us some, the Russians, what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, you got Stalin out the way. They treated him like a hero. He was trying to, avoid all this, monetizing of the banks and yada, yada, all this stuff they doing to this day. Who's controlling the banks? Who's controlling the entertainment, fashion, music, sports, Kyrie, Kanye, Adidas, Nike. So this cat was trying to avoid that happening to his people. So that he ain't got to sit around saying, why are you promoting this music, this frequency on my people? Like Charlemagne is asking that jabroni, and they don't have to answer because, I'm an opportunist and I got mouths to feed, boss.
Facing our society.
Are you so why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
Don't you think that's hypocritical though? You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make.
This is how they treat us. This is what they think about you. You're just helping them feed their people. And we're to not suggest that you work together at all to feed your families. We would love to work together to feed our families. That's all we talk about is tribing up. And you're already tribed up, so you got the drop on us because of unity. But if we use our unity and combined our creativity with our code, we unify within Hawa's code. Exodus 20 got its in code. We start with Most High over everything. Can we agree on that? My people, can we agree on Most High over everything? You know you got a firmament, right? Don't be silly. You have a actual creator, not a metaphysical creator. I am God, brother. I am the creator. Did you create the firmament? You know you're in an enclosure, right? And there's gateways out of it to more worlds beyond a pole. You know that more worlds were created, right? Stop being silly. Oh, my people, my people. Oh, my haughty people. You know how Wa feels about your haughty eyes, your abominable heart, your pride to boast yourself above Hawa. You don't need Hawa, huh? Oh, you about to find out. You about to figure it out. Because if you don't have Hawa, this is what's pushing the line on you. This is what he was actually fighting against, so he don't have to come to the table and ask this fool, why are you supporting and promoting the destruction of my people?
Our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention.
Wow.
She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
Don't you think that's hypocritical though? You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame.
Shout out to Dame Dash, man. Yeah. So they will call themselves white, 92%. They, the Ashkenazis. Remember this cat? He used to put their leaders in theaters and show them black Jews, and he would show them, copper color cons that were the real Jews, and he would say, "What are y'all doing? We're Ashkenazis. We're Nazis. We should work together. Why are y'all impersonating someone else? Why y'all in the tents of Shem? The word anti-Semitic don't exist. What's Sim? You talking Shem? We're Ashkenazi. What are you doing? We're Ashkenazi. Yeah, man. Genesis 10, verse 3, Gomer's sons is Ashkenaz. Gomer's sons, Ashkenaz. This is verse 3, Genesis 10. Riphath and Togarmah. All right. Ashkenazis are Japheth's sons under Gomer. Ping pow. Nazis are Ashkenazis, but I truly don't think they belong to Japheth either. I don't think so. They like squirming in tents, stealing identity. They meaning the progenitors, or really the straw man within the more and more war. I want to keep it about our people because they don't like getting picked on, right? So I'll keep it about our people that have been picking on us. But yeah, they don't like their skirts being pulled up. They like to reclassify everything, repaint your images, iconoclasm. Just research iconoclasm. And all the Hebrews gotta be white because they identify as white. They are Ashkenazis, the sons of Gomer, the son of Japheth. body bag for the illusion. Two-thirds of U.S. Jews say they're Ashkenazis. Nazis. This guy, the Nazi, is like, we're Ashkenazis. What are you doing? Acting like you're Shem in the tents of Shem. What are you doing? You stay here. This is what it is, man. Or go be Jewish Israelis. Go connect with them, with the Go Along, Get Along gang. Ahab, Kwame, man. You stay here. This is what it is. It's all the way up. I gotta make a move. You with us, or either you Ashkenazi or you're not Ashkenazi. Either you Nazi or you ain't Nazi. Either we rocking as a tribe as Ashkenaz or we ain't Ashkenazis. Ashkenazis. Also known as Ashkenazic or Ashkenazim. Jewish diaspora population who coalesced in the Holy Roman Empire. Really? Around the end of the first millennia CE. Their traditional language is Yiddish, not Hebrew. That's not their tradition. It includes the Hebrew alphabet, but not really. That's the modern Hebrew. So it includes the Yiddish coalesced. It's a model of how alleles or alleles, A-L-L-E-L-E-S, sampled from a population may have originated from a common ancestor. In a simple case, coalescent theory assumes no recombination, no natural selection, no gene flow or popular structure. Right. So they're just, popping off, trying to connect themselves to an original ancestor, but that original ancestor may or may not be the real Hebrew. Now their traditional language is Yiddish, which is a German language, man. But they're the people of Hawaii whose languages and traditions weren't taken away from them for hundreds of years. They had their books. They had their Torah Talmud. And they still didn't connect to the Picto-Paleo. They're in Yiddish. I could see knowing German, but you should also have your language, right? Your traditional language is German. And they're not even the real Germans, because the German is a swarthy people. Germanic, all that connected to black swarthy people, man. We pulling their skirts up. They're not German. They're not the Italians. They're not the real Spanish. All these are melanated people. All these are curly-haired, nappy-haired niggas. Black folk are the Spaniards. Black folk are the indigenous Spaniards, indigenous Germans, indigenous Mexicans. All Central America, whatever you want to call it, is Nagaville. We that special. We can have land of our own without including you. Don't you get it? Black, white, whatever you are. We can have our own tribal territories while Joshua is dividing the land. Joshua making the sun stand still, the moon stand still, pausing the water flow so the tribe could cross on dry land. That Hawashua gets a quad. Kukulkan. He's dividing the land for the tribe. We don't need you, your genealogies. If you got a lot, cool. You got a lot. Your family came up on something you think is yours, cool. But that's hijack city. That's parasitic. That doesn't describe your origin at all. Stop with the play. If you force, be forced. Help us get ours. Don't try to include yourself with us and get a piece of ours. That's hijack city. You got some information, you got some drop it. Let the Nagas connect with truth. Stop inserting yourself in this. That makes you an enemy, an adversary. You're like pestilence, like a pest in our side. You gotta be down with these Nagas now, but you weren't out here getting that work. You weren't out here getting that work for being a Naga. You pick and choose when you want to be a Naga. You can put your Naga hat on or you can take it off. You know damn well you don't get treated the same. You want to live a Naga lifestyle, then yeah, they'll treat you like a Naga because they see you want to live a Naga lifestyle. But you know at any minute you could switch that up and pass for a more Caucasian European-ish person and be treated much different than a Naga who can't change his face and put a mask on. He's just going to be a Naga. You can't compare and compete with these people that have to live it. And now that we've lived it, the turmoil, the genocide, now you want to be us so bad that we can't have no land without you? Because you see when you're on the come up, because Ye say it's up. You see we keeping the code and how special that is. Our unity is contagious. You want to be a part of it so bad that either you're going to hate us or hate on us if we don't include you. Then that's not the pure heart of Hawaii, and that ain't the Gentile we looking for at our table. Because yeah, we got a sapphire emerald table, amethyst table. You want to come and you got to get your frequency up. Stop being covetous in your heart, trying to be black now, or trying to be this particular black tribe now, this Naga tribe. All 12 tribes got the same daddy, man, the same seed. Oh, but these Issachar turned into this phenotype. Come on, man. It's case by case. And yeah, you know, somebody could have blonde hair, blue eye, and be connected with Jacob. We don't know. But for the most part, overall, you know what it is. Stop playing. You can't hide because frequency, you know, the water always gets through. You can't hide in this frequency. If you cover this, we gonna smell it on you. If you want our destruction, we gonna smell it on you. Bag hijack, this ain't for you. Go do something else. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be covetous, if you can't let Nagas have Nagaville, if we can't have our America, if we can't have our shit, the whole earth plane, we got worlds beyond the pole. Nagaville's bigger than you think when all that water drops a little more and all them sunken land masses start appearing. Yeah, Nagaville's pretty big. When Antarctica ice starts melting and we get that pure water, the kingdom that's been preserved for a Naga, then you really gonna want to be a Naga. So if you cover this now because of the come up, you're gonna be real covetous then. So it's better to you know, shake our roots off a little bit with all these Gentiles trying to be the root of the tree. You better be happy that there's a tree. But the tree don't exist without the root. Maybe you could be part of the fruit, but the fruit can't replace the root. You can cut off the fruit. As long as you got strong roots, the tree will regenerate. The dragon will rejuvenate. The dragon will, you know what I'm saying, heal itself, right? Instead of devouring in devouring in its own tail. But you need the root. Stop being covetous towards the root, man. This land belongs to the root of the tree. The fruit gets the benefit when the root is in order. The tree is strong. Foundation is strong. Most high over everything. We strong. We coded up. We protected. Satan is late to the meeting. Satan is late to the meeting. Getting cold, my nigga. Get back in cold. We up because we in cold. This is what we strive for. This is what we teach and preach. This is what Drop Nation standing on. We coon for Nagaville. Allow why. Oh, it included elements of Hebrew, but it wasn't Hebrew. It's Yiddish. It's German. Damn, let's So this Yiddish developed during the Middle Ages, man. That's ADs. That's not BCs, right? After they had moved from Germany and France and into North Europe and Eastern Europe for centuries, Ashkenazism in Europe used Hebrew only as a sacred language until the revival of Hebrew as a common language in the 20th century. Stop it. You're still speaking Yiddish. We the only ones making an effort to get back to the root language. Because the root is the truth. And we ain't in this for yay, we in this for the truth. And we're proud of yay. But yay gotta keep growing. You know what I'm saying? This is only the beginning. If this is really yay, it's only the beginning. You know what I mean? He needs the code. He needs the code. You know what I'm saying? The code is his protection, but let Hawaii pop it off, man. It's crazy right here. It says, okay. So the late Middle Ages, due to widespread persecution, the Hebrews have been persecuted. The majority of the Ashkenazi population steadily shifted eastward, moving out of the Holy Roman Empire. We're talking Middle Ages. We're talking Holy Roman Empire. Who was the Holy Roman Emperor? Yep, a black man. Say it with me. Body bag. So they're moving out of the. This is why they say they still gotta pay tithes to the black man. The dark forces, they say. The dark man, the dark forces. Because the black man put them on. Charles was hijacking the indigenous Nagas. The black man put them on. They connect back to the Middle Ages. They connect back to the Holy Roman Empire. I just asked you a very Yapa question. Who is the Holy Roman Emperor? I said, who is Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor? One more time, I nugget. Body bag for the illusion. Yeah, got his own coin. He's the Holy Roman Emperor, Charles V. Look at his haughty eyes, staring at America. And that's with this wall painting in the Larco Museum, Lima, Peru, is depicting the Holy Roman Emperor. The Holy Roman Emperor Charles V, Charles Quinto, hijacking the Nagas. He's the first European, so they're not even a European. He's the first European emperor of the Inca. He's the first European emperor of the Inca. Charles. Holy Roman Emperor Charles V, the first European emperor of the Inca. Can't make this shit up. And then we reading over here in Wikipedia. I said, let's just put this in Wiki. I mean, let's go crazy. Late Middle Ages, the majority of the Ashkenazis shifted eastward, moving out of the Holy Roman Empire. Late Middle Ages. If you know what to dig on, Google's pretty cool. Oh, ping, pow for the dismount. Nadia Comaneci, perfect 10. Nah, we in that 9 spiral. Shout out to the bro. Let's talk about European history. Ping pow for the dismount. The late Middle Ages or late medieval period was the period of European history lasting from 1300 AD. Managa. Drop Nation, let's go. We out of here, man. Ain't this Tenochtitlan time? Ain't this Prester John, like 1165, the letter of Prester John is written. 1202, Genghis Khan conquers King David, Prester John in America. 1202, 1203. Within that century or 100 years, you got what they call the late Middle Ages. 1500, my naga. 1500, pay attention to the date. 1500, late Middle Ages. 1500, late Middle Ages. Holy Roman Emperor Charles, 1500 to 1558. Say it with me for the dismount. Body bag for the illusion. Oh, haughty-eyed Charles. So the Jewish Ashkenazis were moving out of the Roman Empire, ran by a black man, right? With permission of the Pharaoh, they can migrate just like the Moors. Oh, the secrets, haughty-eyed Charles, Holy Roman Emperor Charles V, first European Emperor of the Inca, hijacking this great lineage of Nagaville. You got moms and pops being straight up hijacked. And now people look exactly like this today, but they claim to be Nagas. Why don't you just get down with these Nagas and get these Nagas together? Don't worry about your slice of the pie. Don't worry about your covetous. Can't you see what's going on? You're Spanish today, speaking Spanish-ish, because Spain is still black Nagas. What part are you playing? What part did any of your ancestors play? No one can go, no one can, put that on you case by case. But if you're still today waking up saying, yeah, but I'm Issachar, but I'm the Mexican, but I'm the Nicaraguan, but I'm the Peruvian, I'm the real Brazilian, wherever you at, Ecuadorian. When and how? When it looks like this. To a point where they're repainting our faces. Iconoclasm. On the top of that painting, up here you got Mama and Papa. They call it begins with Manco Capac, the legendary first Sapa Inca, and his sister Mama Hawako, H-U-A, just like Joshua is Hawa, meaning breath, security, Hawa. Mama Hawa is right here. These people are not her. They've sent people to hijack all of us all across the board, all of our identities in Central America, in South America, in North America, but North America don't even exist. My naga. This is America. This is America. This is America. Orientis finds map 1531. What? 1500s? Late Middle Ages? Yeah, buddy. We're just talking Cathay, which means pure land, promised land. Ain't the Ganges River supposed to be something magical connected with the rivers of paradise. Shh. Don't tell these people the Gandhis is in America. Don't tell these people the Gandhis in North America, because maybe the Euphrates and the Nile is too. Shh. The John, the Prester John River, maybe it's over here too. Maybe it's connected with Antarctica too. Shh. Don't tell them you're the Asiatic, the Asia. I don't see no North America boss, but I do see Florida boss. And South America is just labeled America boss. Want to go to Paris? Who wants to go to Paris? Oh, Mexico or China. But then again, we're just talking India Superior. And it's fun, man. It just gets real fun when you talk India Superior. Because just like that map we just saw, you see Florida, you see Mexico, but then you see China and Cathay again. Cathay here, Cathay here, connected to South America, Asia. So when did they start calling North America, right? That's the $64 million question. Because the Moors just call it ham. No shim on this map. Nope, no shim. Ham and Kush, right? Atlantis. Hijack City. Get out of here with your maxims, man. This is Hawaii's land. It's the creator's land. You can't hijack it for ham, and you can't hijack it for Kush. We're just talking Asia. Why y'all got Asia over here when Asia's right here, boss? That's crazy talk. India Superior is right here, boss. And if there's an India Superior, there's an India Inferior. Drop what's your point? My point is they found us in the promised land, which is why when you go to the 1828 and you put in American, not anti-American, because I'm not opposed to the revolution, but you put in American. How do you pronounce C-A-N? Go. Try to pronounce C-A-N. Go. Body bag for you. You can't pronounce, not in your right mind. You can't in your right mind pronounce C-A-N. Kin. You never in life are you ever going to see C-A-N and you're going to say, oh, that's kin. That's kin, right? Like a Ken doll. Like kin folk. It's Khan, my naga. Khan. You're an American. Khan means priest in Hebrew. They call it Cohen. Koan. It's Khan. They're the, in their language, they're the Khans, right? They're, now they turn the Khan into C-O-N. Oh, it's an error now? It's an 1828 error? Ain't that weird? We were doing just fine. I mean, we looked up Jew. I found Jew. Can I find Khan? Whoa! Hey, this is for the dismount, y'all. Ty Battle, this goes out to you. You know what I'm saying? This is Khan. They don't even want to give us a representation of it. It goes into a server error, my naga. A server error. But you got Jew, you got Dragon. But when I put in Khan, whoa, nothing to see here, boss. You know why, man? Because they stole the Khan. They stole the Khan. This is the Khan. The Khan is the priest. Khan David, Khan Dawid, priest forever. Hosea 3, let's go. Copper color races. That's who they found in Asia, boss. That's what they found in Asia. That's what they found in India Superior. That's what an American is. The copper color race is found here, man. In Cathay, Florida, Mexico, China. Body bag. Body bag for the illusion. So, bit by bit, man, you know what I'm saying? We've been able to slice and dice through Hijack City to look into the Middle Ages, see that when they're doing their migrating, throughout the Middle Ages, they're just coming out, for their, well, let them say how they say it. They're moving out the Holy Roman Empire in the 1500s, late Middle Ages, right? The Holy Roman Empire, boss, has an emperor who's now cutting off the indigenous tribe. Ping Pao. He's the first European emperor of the Inca. And here he is, haughty-eyed Charles. So while they're moving out, while they are in the late Middle Ages, right, 13 to 1500, Black King Charles, because they're going through persecution. So this is way before 1947, Hitler talk. They are going through persecution from the Black King Charles, right? The majority of the Ashka Nazis steadily are going eastward. Remember, east is America, or India Superior, which is the Orient. You're in the Far East. So you're in the furthest east. They flipped the map. West is east, north is south. I said north is south. I mean, you ever put in, let's just do this again. We in 1828. Webster. What is north? There's not a origin to this word. It's primary, nor its primary sense. We really don't know what this word means. This is what they say. It may have been applied to the first star, but we don't know what north means. One of the cardinal points being that point of the horizon, which is directly opposite to the sun, and the meridian on the left hand when we stand with his face to the east. On the left hand. Managa, where's north? Oh, my compass is pointing north. And what's up? If I point up, that's not where your compass is pointing. So what's north? Is north up? Oh, it's mind blasting, right? They're playing with orientation, which is why orientation is so important. What's south, my nigga? North and south, opposite points, yada, yada, yada. Each 90 degrees, quarter of a great circle, distant from the east and west. A man standing with his face towards the east or rising sun has the south on his right hand. Being in a southern direction. The meridian of every place. You know what? I think they're playing with this in a less exact sense, any point or place on earth or in the heavens. Whoa. So south ain't south. It's just any point in Nagaville. Any point. My Naga. Any point. Etymologies. Do you see clearly? Are you a dragon? Do you see clearly? Do you have what they would call the deadly glance? Remember, the dragon is fierce or violent man or woman. Fierce or violent man or woman is somebody with the ability to see clearly, that got mama, got wisdom. That's a deadly glance because it's deadly for you to see clearly, keep the code, and unify and stop devouring your own tail. They make the dragon eat itself. They take your vision away so you can't see clearly. They flip the map. North is not north. They don't even know where that word came from. South is any point. South in etymology. Southward to the south, yada yada. Sun side. Sun. Okay. So again, it's very vague. There's nothing here to really say what south is What about northern etymology as we make our dismount? Oh man, this is crazy. It might be ultimately from the Pi root near, which means left or below. I'm out of here, y'all. North is below. I'm out of here, y'all. Body back. North is left. North is left or below, and south is any point. Right. So east and west is far east must be what they say on the Mercator projection, Mercury, Mercurius. You want to dig on Mercurius? You want to dig on Hermes? You want to dig on Thoth and them? Tahuti? You want to get it from the Pharaoh's perspective? Where Cathay is? Where Asia is? They found you in the promised land of Cathay, where you always been connected to more land beyond the poles. You didn't have to migrate from Africa, out of Africa theory. We don't got to go with their science when we got repeatable and observable evidence. They're migrating in the late Middle Ages when black-ass Charles is calling shots and his people, they feel persecuted. They're moving eastward. Where's east, man? Huh? Where's east, my naga? They're moving to India Superior. They're funding the invasion. Let's go. We're talking about the conquering of the cities of gold. Cibola, Cibola, Kalelus. Look out for a lot more Kalelus. I got y'all. I'm all caught up. I'm ready to pop off. The water for your patience. On patience with a naga. You know, we're talking Cibola, which means Shimbala. Cibola is Shimbala. Shambhala is India Superior. This is where Tibet is. This is where China is. Yeah. This is where Asia is. Khan for the dismount. Like Job, you've been saying that now for real, for real. Late Middle Ages, 1500s, black ass King Charles. Got it. 1500. Got it. Late Middle Ages, 1500, black ass King Charles, 1500. They are migrating with permission of the Pharaoh in the late Middle Ages, 13 to 1500s. Khan. Okay. Other estimates place the Ashkenazi as comprising up to 75% of the global Jewish population. So we can say that the vast majority of anyone calling themselves Jewish today is claiming the tribe of Ashkenaz. And the Ashkenaz tribes don't come from Shem, they come out of Japheth. So that's why you took the Shem out of it, because you're not Shem, and turn it into Semitic, which doesn't exist, which means you don't exist in the tents of real Nagas. When real Nagas go Naga, they turn into dragons, and the dragons are fierce and violent, but the dragon also sees clearly. And this is what you're afraid of. When these Nagas go Naga, they're the ones with the deadly glance. Yeah. When a dragon goes dragon, stops devouring its own tail, stop killing each other, keeps the cold, we're very fierce and violent towards the hijack. Because this man or woman is a dragon, which means to see clearly. Do you see clearly? My knockers, do you see clear? So they identify 92% as white. 2/3, 75% are Ashkenaz, and Ashkenaz ain't even Shem. Ashkenazis are the Nazis, in short. And it was a tribal war that they were having that they want to now perpetuate to the whole world of, this particular oppression, but it was their own folk. Hitler ain't no real German, so what do you think he is? Hitler ain't the real German or Aryan, which means pure blood, Khan. So what do you think he actually is if he's not German? I'll wait. Nazi. Ashkenazi. He said, stop perpetrating other people. You're embarrassing us. Stop it, man. For the dismount, cut it out.
Winners write the history. Winners publish the history. Winners own the history. Most of us know nothing of what really happened in World War II. Most of us know only what the winners want us to know about that so-called good war. Never in history have so many people been raped. Never in history have so many people been tortured. Never in history have so many people been murdered. And never in history have so few people known about it. What happened to the German people both during and after the war remains to this day the darkest and best kept secret in world history. And now, this secret is a secret no more.
It said all the Jews unite against Germany. Remember who the real German is. Do you see clearly?
Ja, das deutsche Volk war ja damals eine Demokratie vor uns. Und es ist ausgeplündert und ausgepresst worden. Nein, was heißt für diese internationalen Hyänen Demokratie oder autoritärer Staat? Das interessiert die gar nicht. Es interessiert sie nur eines. Ist jemand bereit, sich ausplündern zu lassen? Ja oder nein? Ist jemand dumm genug, dabei stillzuhalten? Ja oder nein? Und wenn eine Demokratie dumm genug ist, dabei stillzuhalten, dann ist sie gut.
On the real, if there was a person popping off giving this exact speech today, people would, really feel some type of way, good and bad. So just think about it. Think about, what I'm saying, as you read the subtitles and hopefully you're able to get it for the dismount, you know what I mean? Just think about the words. And right or wrong, case by case, we see their side of the story, but now we see them too. And, those that are composing this story, the winners, right? The winners. How do we know they're winners? How do we know they've been successful? We just look at the ownership. It's not a secret that rich people work together to stay rich, just rich people. So if they are comprising most of the rich people, then by default, they're working together too. Against you, because they're not teaching us about the Torah, about the code. They're not going into our ghettos and communities. And I think someone dropped the ghetto definition again, but the ghetto just again refers, man, to us. You know what I'm saying? To the Hebrew. That's what they had us saying. They called it ghettos. And now the black places are ghettos, and the Jewish places used to be called ghettos. But now when I say ghetto, you know I'm talking about a nigga. Put it together, man. Only niggas have ghettos, and only the Judah are niggas or nagas. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't playing with y'all trying to be in our tents. Anybody. It's up. Kanye say it's up. We ain't taking the disrespect, man. If you're with us, be with us. Don't try to be us, because now you're covetous against us. Because you're telling us that you can't stand back and let us be us. Or be for us. Be with us without trying to be us and take from us. And say, yeah, it's mine too. I got genealogy, see? You know, Papa such and such, Mama such and such. See? They had this land too. What part did you play in the kingdom of Prester John? King David. Since you know it's real, since it's all the way up, what role did you play in the kingdom of Israel? They don't care about your paperwork. They'll look at you like you crazy, talking about, I got some land. In the land of the Prester? Who are you? Who gave you that? How did you get it? Did you only get it because you're opportunistic? You saw an opportunity? Your ancestors saw an opportunity because of our destruction? You got to claim us? You got to be the Ecuadorian, the Costa Rican, the Nicaraguan. You got to be the Peruvian. You got to be the Brazilian and the European. You got to be the Spanish of Spain. All because of the backs, the broken backs and the back breaking and the destruction of Nagas. You got to claim a piece of Nagaville. Now you can go back in your ancestry and say genealogy. I'm Native American, see? You sure your people were rocking with the Coombs, say? You sure about that? I hope so. But even if they were, that don't mean nothing is yours. You just want it. You just want to be us. And I'm just saying, like, this is real. I'm talking to us. This is tribal. I'm not talking to you. They just want to be us, literally. The same tribe that's been persecuted, that's now is all the way up, and they can't help but just need to have to be us and claim our identity. Because it's so easy for them. Because they claim all of our identities. They just are literally body snatchers, identity thefts. We got Naga tribes, we got Nagaville, and it's been a more and more war, and that's period. And there's case by case, and there's exceptions to all rules and phenotypes of this and that, but as a people, you know who your people are. If as a people you don't claim to be black, you could say, oh yeah, I'm a nigga. But if you're never claimed to be black, because I got to say black because it makes it real clear. I just want to see clear. And we know that it's black on black, and we can address our family war without you being in the middle of it. It's all the way up for any identity thefts. Anybody in our tents, it's all the way up. You come humble, you come with true, you know what I'm saying, energy from the creator to build and make Nagas united and help create a beautiful Nagaville. You don't come with your hand out asking what part of the land you gonna be on. I know we all got families to feed. This is your time to truly believe in the Most High. That the Most High ain't gonna leave you hanging, but you gotta restore Nagaville. Give them back their whole pie without you taking a slice, like a parasite. But I'm helping you get your pie. Where's my slice? You're a parasite. You ain't no different than your people. Because you know you've been claiming white all this time. Or claiming something other than, what Nagas are. You know what I'm saying? So don't now be a Naga. Don't be a Khan now. Because Khan creates a server error for them. Not to stand up. Who's crazy enough not to come? Who's crazy enough not to rise up?
Und wenn ein autoritärer Staat erklärt, ihr plündert unser Volk nicht aus, weder innen noch außen, dann ist das schlecht. In diesen Ländern regiert tatsächlich das Kapital. Sie reden von der Freiheit der Presse. In Wirklichkeit hat jede dieser Zeitungen einen Herrn. Und dieser Herr ist in jedem Fall der Geldgeber. Diese Presse moduliert nun die öffentliche Meinung. Diese Parteien unterscheiden sich so wenig voneinander, als sie früher bei uns voneinander unterschieden haben. Sie kennen sie ja, die alten Parteien. Das war immer eines und dasselbe.
No.
Nun müsste man doch meinen, dass vor allem in diesen Ländern der Freiheit und des Reichtums ein unerhörtes Wohlleben für das Volk bestehen müsste. Es ist aber umgekehrt.
Bang.
In diesen Ländern der sogenannten Demokratie wird ja überhaupt gar nicht das Volk in den Mittelpunkt der Betrachtung gerückt. Was entscheidend ist ausschließlich die Existenz dieser paar Macher der Demokratie. Das heißt also die Existenz dieser paar hundert gigantischen Kapitalisten, die im Besitz ihrer ganzen Werke, ihrer ganzen Aktien sind und die letzten Endes damit diese Völker auf.
Yeezy said it. He pulled out his phone. He said, "This is the red team."
Die breite Masse interessiert sich nicht im Geringsten. Es sind die Einzigen, die wirklich als internationale Elemente anzusprechen sind, weil sie überall ihre Geschäfte betätigen können. Es ist eine kleine, wurzellose, internationale Clique.
He called them rootless because they're not the root of the tree. You are.
Die Gesellschaft gegeneinander hetzt, die nicht will, dass sie zur Ruhe kommen. Sie können uns unterdrücken.
They're turning us against each other. In our music, oh boy, the liar, just admitted he's eating off of us. They turn us against each other. The op music, this pack, that pack. This is the play, my nugget. We gotta be crazy not to rise up.
Sie können uns meinetwegen töten, kapitulieren werden wir nicht. Unser deutsches Volk siegt heil! Sie haben früher alle gelacht, diese Idioten. Sie haben das für einen Spaß gehalten. Sie lachen heute nicht mehr. Wir wissen, es ist ein blutiger Ernst geworden. Es war das ein Kampf, besonders aber auch gegen das Volk, das in unserem Land schon fast allmächtig zu sein schien. Der Kampf gegen das Judentum. Eine satanische Macht, die von unserem ganzen Volk Besitz ergriffen hatte. Die alle Schlüsselstellungen des geistigen, intellektuellen Lebens, aber auch des politischen und des wirtschaftlichen in ihre Hand gebracht hatte. Und das von den Schlüsselstellungen aus die ganze Nation überwachte. Eine Macht, die zugleich aber Einfluss besaß, denjenigen, wenn notwendig sogar mit dem Gesetz zu verfolgen, der es unternahm, sich im Kampf gegen diese Macht anzuschließen und der bereit war, Widerstand dem Vordringen dieser Macht entgegenzusetzen. Das allmächtige Judentum uns damals den Krieg angesagt. Und wir haben gearbeitet. Was haben wir geschafft in den Jahren bis 1939? In eben dem Maß wuchs wieder der Neid der gleichen Männer, die damals bereits Deutschland den Krieg überzogen hatten. Die Herrn Churchill begannen sofort wieder zu hetzen. Die Mr. Eden und dann natürlich den Juden an der Spitze, ein Horbelei schon, wie sie alle heißen. Sie begannen nun ihre Hetze, Jahr für Jahr. Man sagte allerdings, ja, er rüstet. Ja, das habe ich nun immer getan. Man hat mir früher auch gesagt, warum haben Sie denn dann eine SA? Wenn Sie den Frieden wollen, warum machen Sie sich denn dann eine SS? Wenn Sie sowieso nur die Brüderlichkeit wollen. Weil es Leute gibt, die das nicht wollen. Und denen wollte ich zeigen, dass sie auch für den anderen Fall gerüstet sind. Wir wollen nichts anderes als Frieden, wollen nichts anderes als Ruhe, wollen nichts anderes als uns unseren Aufgaben widmen können, wollen aber auch nichts anderes als unser gleiches Recht und lassen uns nicht unsere Ehre von irgendjemandem wegnehmen.
Man, this dude is over here giving like a Martin Luther King type speech. Equality, freedom. You know, was that what was driving, oh boy, you know what I'm saying? Or is he just some tirade, yada, 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 that just wanted death of all people who weren't pure Aryan, this and that whole thing. When we've showed, we got a whole drop called Melanated Nazis. Go get it. Because we showed black people in the Nazi uniforms. And how could you hate black people and put a uniform on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess you could. I mean, I guess the U.S. Army do it all the time. But I'm just saying, it wasn't, like he was just, trying to put them all in, burn them and, crucify that, what I mean? I'm not making it seem like, this is some peaches and cream thing. I'm not saying he didn't hate Nagas in his own way. I'm just saying, was that the driving force, his hatred, or was it protection and freedom for their people? And if the U.S. can go to war and call it Operation Freedom and act like they're just freeing America and Iraq and Afghanistan, Operation Freedom, they're going to war in the name of freedom too. And don't be anti-revolution or else you're being anti-American. That's all I got to say about that. Because anti-American, it's a real thing. For this man, opposed to America or the true interest. So this is the hijack saying, if man, you're opposed to our warfare on you, you're anti-America because you're opposed to the revolution. A revolution is a complete change, right? Yeah, it's a physics version, and then it's just politics. Politricks. A entire change in the Constitution, government, and rulership. You can call it a military coup, or you can just call it a revolution. Anybody against their military coup is anti their corporation, their interests as a government, because they want to govern you as a slave master would. We say you're anti-us if you're opposed to our revolution right here in America, right here at home. So either you're here to build us or you're here to get a slice of our pie. You better check your hardball. And I'm going to keep saying that because I do it for Nagaville. I do it for my tribe. And I'm with you if you're with my tribe. If I see you trying to undercut my tribe or get a slice of the pie when H.O.E. didn't give it to you because of your heartbone, you got to let H.O.E. give you that pie. Nagas got such a beautiful heart. We're so generous. We let people hide in our tents all the time. We treat them like family. We break them off. And I get it. We all got to unify. But this is a journey that's coming to a Tao where we unify with us. Ezekiel 37, Valley of Dry Bones, man. Because Satan was just late to the party. Hey, where you coming from, man? We're coming style, man. Where you coming from? Oh, man. From the 5th floor. Bruh, man. From the 5th floor. Going to and fro. Walking up and down. Hey, what about Joe? Yeah, man. Yeah, I love doing this with y'all. And, it's a steady climb. We all flying. Sometimes we try to fly and we fall, but we don't fail unless we give up. So whatever you do, I said, whatever you do, never give up. Never stop rising. Anaka got a coom, Anaka got a quam. That's what a dragon do. You take flight when you see clearly. O son of man, take one stick, right on it Judah. And for the children of Israel's companions, take another stick right for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and of all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them. For thee, one stick, one to another into one stick. What I just read is the moral to the story. He didn't say take one stick and say Judah and all Gentiles that want to claim that they're them and attach themselves to Judah. We know you're going to try to graft and cleave to the tree, to the root, but you can't boast yourself above the root. Even Paul, he told you that in the book of Romans. Hey, you can't boast yourself over the natural branches. And the natural branches can't boast themselves over the root. You don't get no branches without the root. You don't get no fruit without the root. Get the covetous out your heart bone. So there's no more envy. So Judah can no longer vex Ephraim. Even within our tribe, we were having some covetous issues. The stick of Judah, make them one stick, that they shall be one in my hand. That's the moral to the story. If you're outside the house, then help us build our house. Not for what you get in return. Because Naga, there ain't no other play. There ain't no other play for you. And my Naga's inside the house, boy, don't be thoughtless. Just know, David, my servant, shall be king over them. There ain't no confusion. It's one shepherd. They shall have one shepherd, not two, not three, not no Yahushua, no JC. If JC was that important, it would be prophecy. Oh, a descendant of David. The righteous branch of David. The righteous shoot of David. We are the righteous flock, the shoot that keeps the code for the shepherd David. We have been built up for the shepherd. The shepherd needs a flock. We the flock. We the shoot. We the branch. But we have one shepherd, Khan of Khans, Prester John, priest king, Khan David is the one shepherd. They shall all walk in my ordinances, observe my statutes, and do them. You keep the code? That's the point of coming together, united in our code. And you could say that the Bibles are mythologies and all that, but the code ain't no mythological code. We frequency up when we stop killing each other. That's observable and repeatable research. We frequency down when we kill each other. We frequency up when we stop devouring our own tail. When the dragon stops devouring itself and starts to see clearly, you become fierce and violent towards all hijack. And you get your land with your one shepherd. Because you what? They shall dwell in the land. What? So you keep the code and immediately you got your land? Damn. I mean, wow. Hawa. Hit the easy button. It's that simple. No cap on my number 2 pencil that I have given Jacob. So not your genealogy land that your granddaddy got. We don't know how he got it. We're talking about the land that was given to Jacob. Joshua divided the land wherein your fathers dwelt. They shall dwell there. Nagas shall dwell there. Nagaville's popping off. Under David, the seeds of David, the covenants with David. We're talking about the covenant of peace, of Shalom. They shall dwell there. Who is they? You know, Judah, the stick of Judah, becomes one hand. Ephraim, the stick coming together. They shall, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore. It's about Israel coming back. This is the moral to the story. You're here to help that. Allahu Akbar. You're here to graft yourself in prematurely. Get up out of our tent. Don't claim to be no Naga. Don't claim to be no Khan. Stop talking about Drop Nation because you got covetous in your heart. We would love you way more if we knew you were truly here to build us instead of trying to be us. You know what I'm saying? Come clean. Come pure. Even if you think you might be us. And you got to go deep in your records to prove that you're a black tribe, maybe. Just for the sake of clarity. Just do it for the Naga, man. Will you please? Just do it for the Naga. Without inserting yourself, cleaving to the tree. Do it to get the natural roots popping off again. United, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols. Most high over everything, my Naga. Nor with detestable things. We don't want your abominable table. Your customs, your rituals, sacrifices, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them. Who? Jesus? Yahushua? I will save them. David? No, David's the one shepherd. My servant David shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd. They shall walk in my ordinances, observe my statutes, and do them. But I, Hawa, will save them out of their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned. They weren't keeping the code. And I will cleanse them. Me, the Creator, me, I will cleanse them. Hawa will cleanse us. So shall they be my people. You belong to the Creator, my Naga. We belong to Hawa. Allow Hawa, my Naga, for taking the time to really dig on all this drop, but especially right now, rocking with the cons, you know what I'm saying? We really Ahab you and give you, max ThaWaDa for your steady energy, frequency, and vibration. Hey, it's up, because Yeezy said it. It's up, man. Stay up, suit up, shoes up.